Hey everybody, just wanted to make a video real quick on the Trek 520 Grando. I've owned it for a little over 3 months. I've put 1,060 miles on it, and I love every minute of it. Uh, this bike is honestly, in my opinion, one of the most versatile bikes in Trek's lineup. Obviously mine is the actual single track, full suspension sort of bikes. I mean, for hybrid, gravel, mountain bike, just front shock maybe, because you can fit a front shock on this if you really wanted to. This is all just, there's no suspension on this bike. It comes with Bontrager Affinity TLR, which are tubeless ready wheels. It comes with a GR1 Expert tires. It is a 10-speed in the rear, and it has 2 sprockets. 99% of the time, I'm in the bigger chainring. This bike has all the way from creeping, just barely moving, to I think I've maxed it out at 32 miles an hour. And that's not even running high tire pressure. I run mine 37 in the rear and about 40 in the front. Only because I like to have more grip in the rear. I ride over gravel, sand, loose sand, especially loose sand with these tires. So they have the GR1 and the GR2, and the GR2 are a lot more aggressive tread. These are not a real aggressive tread. They're a really good compromise between road noise, and speed and all that, and grip. I went ahead and got the Bontrager Elite computer, which is hooked up to the sensor over here on the rear wheel. Unlike the other speed sensor that I have on my FX3 and 820, this one has been really good, really accurate. I haven't had to try and adjust the sensor at all. I have the blender mount with this is the 700 lumen Bontrager Ion headlight, and then I have I switched out the saddle. We'll go over what the things that I changed on this bike, which were only really 2 things. I got this is the Verse Comp with the Bontrager Ion taillight. And this seat is a lot more comfortable than the one that came with it, in my opinion. I forget exactly which one it came with, but it was really not that. Maybe the Nebula, I think it was called. It was not very comfortable. Wasn't bad, but just not for me. So that, I switched out the saddle, and then I also made the biggest change I made was to these pedals. Originally it came with toe cage pedals, which are just like this, and then it has rubber sort of things where they're really top heavy. So the side that you would always want to slip your foot into was always rotating to the bottom. And you're sitting there trying to play footsie as you're trying to just take off, where these SPD pedals, you just click in, you're in. You want to click out, twist your foot, you're out. It made a huge difference. Otherwise, I really haven't switched anything out or changed anything. It's really nice. You can have 3 water bottle cages. The only real complaint, which is not really a complaint, which I love the paint itself, the color, the patterns, everything. The 520 Grando, it's really cool. We got this cool pattern here on the side here. I love the paint. The paint itself, I think, is pretty thin though, because you'll notice I got a nice chip in it. I wax this bike, polish it, and it got a nice chip. But I ride gravel and sand, so it's to be expected. That's cosmetic. It's not really that big of a deal. It's not functional. Otherwise, honestly, this bike is the best bike I've ever had. It's the most versatile because you have these drop bars. You want to get on the bars and go fast, you can go fast. You want to just cruise, you just keep your hands up here. You don't have to ride down here. It has the Shimano Tiagra drivetrain, which, like I said, is a 10-speed in the rear with 2 front chainrings. Plenty gearing. And why I say this is possibly the most versatile bike is if you look at the clearance here, you can fit a 29x2 tire, which is a mountain bike tire. You can have, I mean, you have massive clearance here. Or you can go the other way and you can go real thin. Say you want to go road racing or something, you can use this for road racing. It's steel frame, aluminum fork. Originally I was going to go with a Checkpoint, which is aluminum, and I think carbon fork, the edition that I was looking at, maybe the 5, which is a comparable price to this one. They didn't have Checkpoints when I went and saw this bike, and they said they weren't going to have them for a long time. I took this for a test ride, rode it again, and really just fell in love with it. And it's steel, so I mean, honestly, you really shouldn't have to worry about this. And if something ever does happen, Trek has the lifetime warranty on the frame, so I have confidence in it. Fortunately, I don't think they even make this bike anymore, which doesn't make much sense to me because this is like one of Trek's longest running models, I think. Maybe it's they don't make just the 820 Grando, they still wear the 520. I have an 820 as well, it's a mountain bike. It has mechanical disc brakes. That's maybe the only downside of this bike, is that it has mechanical disc brakes, but you know what? They're disc brakes, they're not rim brakes, so they still stop you really well. Hydraulic is great. You know, you don't get anything like the power of hydraulic brakes. Maybe they could be a little bit too twitchy sometimes, so that's why I really wasn't too let down that this has mechanical brakes. You could honestly always upgrade the brakes and the drivetrain if you really wanted to anyway. I think it's fine. It works really well. They don't lock easy. You don't have to have also a ton of play, so you don't have to sit there and like pull in forever for it to start braking. I ride, like I said, I ride road, gravel, sand. I ride off-road. This is the do anything, go anywhere sort of bike, and that's exactly what I wanted. I have a FX3 and the 820, and I haven't ridden either of them since I got this 3 months ago. It's because this can do it all. It can go really fast on the road. It can go where road bikes can't, you know. It can go where the FX3 can't, but it can get there so much faster than the 820 mountain bike can. It's honestly even almost more comfortable than the 820 mountain bike. The only thing is the front shock is nice on the 820, but do you really need a front shock? No, not really. Unless you're really going over really bumpy terrain, which even still, this handles it just fine. I've gone over really bumpy terrain, and I've had no problems. Anyway, just wanted to give a quick little video review on this sort of. This taillight is great. The way it integrates it to the seat here. You know, I had one that was just, you know, rubber on the seat post, but it'll always go like this, you know, turn like that or like that when you're riding. So I like to be seen, especially if I was hit by a car last year, and I don't ever want to repeat that. So I like to be seen. To be seen and to see. This headlight is amazing. It's got all sorts of flash patterns. It's got really bright night light. I mean, it's at the brightest setting. It's like a car headlight. It really is. So you can see, people can see you. You can go anywhere you want with these 3 water bottle cages, and I'm sure you can get even mounts for on the fork for more. It came with a front rack. This bike comes with a front rack, the 520 Grando. I'm not sure about the 520 itself, but I know the Grando comes with a rack. I took it off. I don't really plan on going bike packing with this, although if I want to, I have the option to. You know, it's not like I have to buy a whole nother bike if I wanted to, you know, start doing that. I take it on like 40-mile plus rides. I just wear cycling shorts and bring a snack and 3 drinks, and that's enough for me. If I need a, you know, get a Camelback or something like that, hold some more water. But honestly, this is my favorite bike of all time, probably, and like I said, possibly the most versatile. So I seriously recommend, if you can find one of these and you're interested in getting into gravel riding, you know, something with drop bars, something really comfortable too, um, something that will definitely hold up whatever you throw at it. Definitely recommend the 820 Grando. Like I said, the only thing I would do is just change out these pedals. Go with SPD or something else. Even if you just get flat pedals, they would be better than the toe cages, because, like I said, they were bottom heavy, so you're just sitting there trying to get your foot in, and it's just, yeah. Plus, you gotta manually adjust the straps and all that. Just toss them out. Seriously, just toss them out. Anyway, hope this helped you if you're deciding on getting one of these. Drop a comment. Tell me what you ride, what you think about this bike, what you think about what I've done to it. Which really isn't too much. I do have future plans for this bike, but for now I'm just too busy riding it to think about doing anything else to it. Anyway, till next time.